Am I the a-hole for telling my mom that my sister was a better mother than her? I, 17, was born when my sister Ari was already 18. She stayed at home till I was 10 doing her university and master's, so my parents obviously spoiled me because I was the miracle boy. But I always remember it was Ari who taught me to be polite, chew with my mouth closed, how to clean even, be nice, and all the stuff like that. It was so much better when she'd make food than my mom. I remember when I was 9, she and her boyfriend, husband now, took me to the park. Someone asked if I was her son, and she said close enough, and when I asked later what she meant, she said I was their practice baby. But when she left, and she stayed gone. I've seen her so few times since. Like there was her wedding, my other sister's wedding, and functions like that. Point is, in those 10 years, she kept me from being the spoiled brat my mom and dad were definitely turning me into. So even if she didn't want to see me in the last 7 years, I'm still grateful. So university applications are being filled out, and I want to do software engineering at Waterloo. My mom wants me to stay local. Yesterday it turned into a big family Zoom meeting where Ari was involved. She said if staying with family was an issue, her family was moving to Kitchener, and her husband heard, and he piped up saying he'd love it if I could stay with them. I thought that was cool because I'd finally get to see them again and meet my niece. But my mom said no, you're not going. So I got really mad and I asked why not. She said you're going to need your mother when you start university. That made me angrier, and I said before Ari left she was a better mom to me than you anyway. That didn't go well since my mom ran to her room to cry, so I couldn't say. My dad said I was being ungrateful, and my sister, not Ari, told me to stop being an a-hole, so I don't know. Edit. For anyone confused, Kitchener is a city right next to Waterloo. Update. So I've gotten lots of DMs, so I'm updating because people seem to be really worried. Pretty much when my mom came to my room to talk to me about what I said, I'd already decided I was going to apologize. You guys made it clear I needed to do that much. She asked if I meant what I said about Ari being a better mom than her, or if I just said it to hurt her. It is true I said it because I was upset she doesn't want me to go, so I just said that and apologized. We hugged and she said we'd talk about it later. What I said to my mom did work its way through my sisters. It went from Isla to Sarah and from Sarah to Ari. I got a message from Ari where she reminded me she taught me it was wrong to lose my temper like that, but with my mom she gets it. She seemed proud when I said I apologized. I wanted to say thanks for all she did for me, but it felt wrong over FaceTime. She did tell me she's planning on having the whole family over to her new house in Kitchener after they move for my niece's birthday. She made it clear if I get into Waterloo, I'm staying with her or coming over as much as I can. So here's where it gets wacky. My mom's cousin, who is like the head of that side of the family, found out what happened. He wasn't on the Zoom because he's really busy. He found out and scolded my mom and went on about how great a school Waterloo is, and how selfishly she's holding me back, and how she's trying to keep me as her baby forever. Isla eavesdropped on the whole thing and told me everything our uncle said to my mom. Honestly makes me wonder if things between Ari and me is what my mom and him. So my mom told me she was wrong about Waterloo, and I had her support to stay with Ari. She told me her permission means I have to call her every night, text good morning every morning, no partying, no girlfriends, be a good uncle, and treat Ari with respect. And I got into Waterloo's engineering, and we went to Ari's new home for my niece's birthday party and spring break in March. I tried to tell Ari and her husband how I feel and how thankful I am for how Ari raised me, but I blubbered and couldn't say anything. And she just pulled me in and hugged me and kissed me on the forehead like non-stop for minutes while kind of crying. They gave me such a tight hug and said I'd always be their first son. My brother-in-law took me to Waterloo, and it's so cool. My niece's birthday party was also great. She's so cute. I told Ari I'd be willing to babysit, but she strictly told me my only priority would be my studies. When we left, Ari gave me a huge hug and said she couldn't wait for me to come. So thank you guys for all your support and advice.